Hello students, again we will be discussing our next point or topic you can say, which is associated with compressor, which is again one of the important power absorbing device. Compressor classification is given on this particular slide. Now what do you mean by compressor? Now it is nothing but a device which is a power absorbing device which can be run with the help of a prime mover like internal combustion engine, like that is IC engine. IC engine, it can be run with the help of IC engine. Second one, it can be run with the help of motor, electric motor. Okay, then another you can say the term which we can say that it can be used with the help of steam engines also in the earlier era, and this way generator also can be used one for running that one. So there are these options which can be available, one which can be run with the help of certain prime movers. Now generator also, you need to generate for running the generator you need to have the use of IC engine for that one, which is you can say important one. So compressors which are used one, the next slide is showing you the application of that we will see later on. So it is classified into two types: reciprocating compressors and rotary compressors. The name itself is indicating that how will be the motion of the internal parts as far as the compressor is considered one. Here we are having the piston and cylinder arrangement in which piston is moving in up and down direction, or in to and fro motion, to and fro direction as far as the supply of air is considered one. While in case of rotary, there are rotary vanes which are rotating one with the help of certain prime movers. We are, as far as your syllabus is considered, we will dealing with the will be dealing with the reciprocating compressors of single stage, and in which we are dealing with the single acting. There may be single stage as well as double stage. In single stage we are having single acting as well as double acting. So we will restrict ourselves to our single acting, only one compressor, that is nothing but single acting reciprocating air compressor. Okay, these are the applications of compressors, that is specifically application of compressed air you can say. Okay, it may be utilized in case of glass furnaces, pumping of water. For that one also the compressors can be used one. Now here actually this is used one for what purpose? For just having a high amount of pressure of that particular water. For that purpose it can be used one. In case of service stations you might have observed this one. Gas turbine power plants, the compressors are used one. In spray painting machines you might have observed that particular operator as well as the painter is using the or just having the work of painting with the help of that spraying guns. So in that case also the compressors are used. In supercharging of IC engines and driving a compressed air engine. Another important thing is that you might have observed in case of many industries, the pneumatic screwdrivers are used one, that are operated with the help of air compressor, compressed air, and which can be achieved, which can be available one, made available one with the help of such a kind of air compressors. No doubt it may be available one with the help of reciprocating as well as rotary air compressors. Okay, we are just concentrating on this single acting reciprocating air compressor as far as our syllabus is considered one. So this diagram is showing you the various components or various parts of single acting reciprocating compressor. Okay, there is a difference in single acting reciprocating pump and compressor. We are not dealing with pump as far as pumps are considered one. We have already dealt with the compressor not compressor, actually the pump, that is centrifugal pump. Okay, here it is centrifugal single acting reciprocating compressor. Now here this is nothing but the cylinder, you can say this is the cylinder part, this is the cylinder part. Okay, wherever this pointer is moving, just try to see inside this we are having this piston, this is connecting rod, this is crank. Okay, and this is the crankshaft, which are in turn as in, because as this is the machine which is known as power absorbing machine, so this particular crankshaft is attached to the prime mover, that is electric motor or IC engine, which will rotate this motor crankshaft. In turn the crank will rotate, in turn this connecting rod which is connected to this piston will be rotating. That is, this rotary motion of the crankshaft will be converted into the reciprocating motion of this piston inside this cylinder, and which is responsible for the formation or the, you can say, production of the compressed air. What are the other parts? This is the part which is showing the water inside it, that is nothing but the cooling jackets, because whenever the reciprocation of this piston inside the cylinder is taking place, some amount of heat will be generated one. So to cool down the passage of the cylinder, as far as this compressor is considered one, these water jackets as well as the water is circulated with the help of certain system which is available one, so that the heat which is available one, that is the cooling of this cylinder can be done. This is the part whatever is observed one, that is nothing but, you can say, the crankcase. This is the flywheel which is a circular part, and this is the crankcase. Here this flywheel is just maintaining whatever the in case of the other strokes. Here the two strokes are there, the suction stroke as well as delivery stroke. So in case of this flywheel is maintaining the fluctuations in the energy as far as this particular working of compressor is considered one. Another thing is, these are the two valves which are available here, delivery valve and inlet valve. So inlet valve, through which the atmospheric air is coming inside this particular cylinder as far as this compressor is considered one, and through the delivery valve it will be given to the destination purpose, or it will be stored in a receiver. It will be stored in a receiver, not through this one. It will be coming inside this one as far as this in is considered one, and it is going through like this one as far as the outlet of the compressed air is considered one. So all these things are, I think that is clear to all of you, that what are the various components of this particular single acting reciprocating compressor. Now we will come into the working of this single acting reciprocating compressor. A very simple working. There are two strokes. This is the first stroke, which is nothing but the suction stroke, and second stroke, which is nothing but the delivery stroke as far as the compressed air is considered one. During the suction stroke, what happens whenever we are going to make the electric motor, or I say engine on, of this particular crank of this compressor, then this crankshaft is rotated either in clockwise, anti-clockwise. Here it is shown in anti-clockwise manner, no doubt about it. It is rotated. In turn, this piston is moving in downward direction. As the piston is moving in downward direction, here, as far as the cylinder of this compressor is considered one, the vacuum is created, and the suction valve gets opened up, and the atmospheric air comes inside this particular cylinder. After that, whenever the piston is moving, this is for the half rotation of this particular crankshaft. In the other half rotation of the crankshaft, that is through another 180 degree, this piston is moving in upward direction, and whatever the air which is inside this particular cylinder will be compressed, and at that time this valve gets closed one, because the pressure has been increased one, and this valve gets opened up, and it will be moving to the, or you can say, the high pressure air will be delivered to the destination purpose, or to the receiver, whatever is available one for the storage purpose. And unless and until you will stop the prime mover, this process repeats again and again. That is opening of this valve whenever the piston is moving in downward direction, and because of the pressure drop which is available here, whatever the air which is coming here, whenever the piston is moving in upward direction, in the another stroke, that is the delivery stroke, then this whatever the air which is compressed in this stroke will be this valve gets closed one, this valve opens as far as delivery valve is considered one, and then it will be leaving to the whatever this cylinder, and it will be supplied to the destination purpose, or it will be stored in the receiver. And this process is continue as far as here in this one only I have explained you, and this is this second stroke which already I have explained you here, that this valve gets closed, this valve is open because of the higher pressure. As this is moving in upward direction, the pressure inside here will be increasing one, which is responsible for opening of this valve, and the high pressurized air or compressed air will be delivered to the destination purpose, or it can be stored in such a kind of receiver. That is receiver which is used for storage of the high pressurized air. You might have observed such a kind of reciprocating air compressor whenever you have inflated your tires of your bicycles, your two-wheelers, your four-wheelers, or you might have observed whether painters that because they're using that spraying gun for spraying off the various kinds of colors as far as on the walls, on the buildings. So at that time, or it may be available with the help of that welding workers who are just giving the paints to their whatever the materials which are, or which are fabricated atoms. Okay, so this is a simple explanation for the single acting reciprocating air compressors types, as well as its various components and working. I think this is from my side. In the earlier lecture, it was missed by me that which are the references. So these are the references whatever were used for the earlier topic, that is of that was of a centrifugal pump, and this is of reciprocating air compressor. So thank you very much. We will be again having the another session, another video as far as the turbines are considered one. So thank you very much.